Are you a complete beginner at Phasmophobia and want to learn exactly how to identify the ghosts using the evidence and items that they give you? In today's video, that's exactly what we're going to talk about. We're going to talk about all the items that you have in your truck, even as a complete beginner at level 0. The items that they give you, I'm going to show you how and explain exactly how to use those items and give you every tip and trick that pro Phasmo players use in order to identify the ghosts. Let's get started. So I want to specifically talk about the most important equipment in the game is the equipment that you need in order to get the evidence you need to find a ghost. Now, in order to discover a ghost, you need to collect 3 evidence in order to discover specific ghosts. No more than one ghost has the exact same 3 evidence. Every ghost has a unique set of 3 evidence that you can use to discover the ghost specifically. Also, each ghost has their own behavior and abilities that will also help you in discovering what that ghost is throughout your time playing Phasmophobia. So first, I want to talk about the evidence tab here in the journal. So when you open up your journal, however that is, if you're on keyboard or mouse, it'd be J, of course. And then you click the evidence tab at the top here. It'll bring up this page in your little journal. And on the left side here, the new update, we have evidence as EMF level 5. We have dots projector, UV or ultraviolet, freezing temperature or thermometer, ghost orbs, ghost writing, and as well as spirit box. Now, let's say there was a ghost. You went in there, we bought your EMF, you got a level 5 reading, you got a dots ghost, and you also got a UV detection from using your UV light. You now have filtered out every single ghost into the last one, which would be a 𝐂𝐎𝐒. So if you happen to get EMF 5, dots projector, and UV, all 3 of those evidence, you would get a 𝐂𝐎𝐒. Now, you just circle 𝐂𝐎𝐒, you come back to the truck, and you get the hell up out of there, and then you win the game, and you get your money, and you get your experience points, and that's how you level up and get better equipment. So, to start off, we're going to talk about EMF, the EMF Reader, and EMF Level 5. In order for you to determine an EMF 5, you're going to want to come in your truck. Everyone starts off with this equipment. This is a basic equipment that you get. This is a Tier 1 EMF reader. So you grab your EMF, you turn it on with the right click, and now your red lights are on the EMF reader, and that's how you know the EMF is actually working. Now, how do you know if you got an EMF 5? Well, usually when you're inside of the house, a ghost will do any kind of interaction, whether that's throwing things, turning off the lights, turning on the lights, blowing out candles, etc., etc. You want to bring your EMF to one of those places where that activity happened. And now when this bar or when this meter actually spikes up to level 5, then you know you have EMF 5, and that's exactly how you know if you get the EMF 5 detection. Okay, now the next piece of evidence that we're going to talk about is the dots projector. Okay, so what dots projector is I actually have it in my hand. This is the level 1 dots projector. It pretty much is kind of like a whole bunch of like invisible lasers that will, when an entity or some kind of thing or a ghost, for instance, say, walk through it, you'll be able to see the ghost, literally walk through it. So depending on how far back you go, how far it covers the room, as you can see, the further back I go, the more it spreads out, and the closer I get, you can kind of see the real radius of it. That's like right here, you know what I'm saying? So if you pretty much place it here or throw it on the floor or whatever, you're able to see a ghost walk through the dots. It will be in green, almost like a little silhouette of the ghost walking through. That's how you know if you have dots. Next up on the list is ultraviolet, or UV for short. In order to figure out if you have, or if a ghost has UV, you pretty much take your UV light or whatever you have. This is the Tier 1 UV light, and it's pretty much a black light. Okay, so if the ghost were to touch a light switch, or touch a keyboard on a computer, or step in salt, or touch a door, you can see the ghost's handprint or footprint if it stepped in the salt and leaves a footprint. If you see a handprint, a fingerprint, or a footprint, then you most definitely have UV as an evidence. Alright, now for the 4th type of evidence that we can get in this game, it is freezing temperatures. This one to me is the most important piece of equipment in this game, honestly, because freezing temperatures helps you, for one, find the ghost room faster than anything else. Like, you just pretty much grab a thermometer, and the ghost room will always be the coldest room in the house. No matter what, it is always the coldest room in the house. And if you find the room that is cold, extremely cold, like right now, the average temperature out here is about 14 degrees. It's going up a little bit. But once I get in there and I see that the temperature is now at like 2 degrees or 3 degrees or 5 degrees or even below 0 degrees, then I know for a fact that the ghost is in that area, in that room that I might be in. Now up next for number 5 is ghost orbs. This is one of the most iconic ghost evidence ever, to be fair, because ghost orbs is only seen through video cameras using the UV on the camera. You grab the video camera, it does not work in the truck. As soon as you walk outside, the video camera unfolds. Now once it unfolds, you're going to want to right click and it pulls up this little night vision view of the camera. You can look through that little video screen and you'll be able to see ghost orbs. It'll actually give you a prompt if you actually find ghost orbs. So it'll be like a little floating piece of dust almost, like a big piece of dust flying around in the area of the ghost. That is also how you know where the ghost room is, just in case your thermometer isn't really helping you out at all. This is another way to figure it out, but that's only if the ghost is going to give you ghost orbs. Now another piece of equipment that I actually like using as going in there and just kind of leaving and then coming back, grabbing the rest of my equipment, is ghost writing. Ghost writing is a fairly simple piece of evidence to use. You find your ghost room, you take the book into the ghost room, and then you're just going to want to just place it on the floor. But don't just throw it on the floor, because throwing it on the floor does not work. You actually have to place it on the floor, and it'll give you a radius that you can see. So if you place it on the floor, it'll be an open book rather than, oh, I think the ghost is in there, rather than just being thrown on the floor. This will do absolutely nothing. So be sure that you're actually placing it on the floor. If you're on keyboard and mouse, that's with the F key. So just be sure that you're doing that. That is the only way to actually get ghost writing to work. And last but not least is Spirit Box. This one, when I first started playing this game, was the worst evidence for me, because why would anybody like to talk to a ghost? I have no idea, but yet here we are to this day. I've actually made it in my community a funny little prompt of questions to ask the ghost, and me and my community actually go and ask that question, and it actually works about almost every time. So Spirit Box is this equipment right here. You pretty much take this in, you turn it on, you'll hear the frequency start shifting, and then you go in there and you're asked to go some basic questions, like where are you, how tall are you, how did you die, how old are you. Now I have to throw this into the video because what I ask in my community is these specific set of questions. Where are you? Are you here? Are you naked? Do you have a BBL? Do you like BBLs? Do you like black men? Do you like white men? Where are you? So yeah, that's kind of what I do when I'm actually playing a game. As you can see by those questions, I literally ask those same questions every single time I'm picking up the Spirit Box. It's become a thing that me and the community do. But to me, the most important things you need are probably EMF, freezing temperatures, and then maybe UV and video camera in order to figure out these things. I only say that because EMF, you can figure out where the ghost is based on if they're throwing things. Freezing temps, you can figure out where the ghost is based off the temperatures of the room that you're in. Ghost orbs, you're always able to figure out where the ghost is if you see the ghost orbs on the camera. Like, so these 3 things specifically are like very key in order to finding a ghost. So these 3 pieces of equipment, you want to make sure that you take at least one of them in there your first time going in just to find a ghost. If this guide helped you at all, even in the slightest bit, make sure you guys smash that like button, subscribe to the channel if you want more guides and gameplay tips and tricks for this game. I am Prestige 2. I'm not Prestige like 15 or anything like that, like people that constantly play this game since the day came out, but I have played it enough, and I do play it enough more recently that I do know a lot about the ghosts. And if you guys want like a ghost guide video or a map guide video, let me know down in the comment section below. Also, if I helped you out, let me know in the comment section below. Or if you have any other tips that you want to help other people with, put that down in the comment section below as well. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.